Hi, my name is Shannon, and I did the Katimavik program in 2005. I've been hearing a lot of questions about what is Katimavik, so I'm going to give you a very quick little run-through of what the program is and how it works. If you're in the Ontario area, then there's a good possibility that I've come to your school before. Who is Katimavik for? Katimavik is for anyone between the ages 17 and 21. It's for someone who maybe doesn't know what they want to do after high school. Maybe they just can't decide which path to choose. It's another good opportunity for exploring Canada and learning more about the people and the different cultures that we have here. It's a great way to make new friends and just, a chance to try something different, something outside of a regular classroom. All those reasons are good reasons for looking into this program. The prerequisites for the program are you have to be between the ages of 17 and 21, you have to be a permanent resident of Canada, and you can't have ever done the program before. After Katimavik, the hopes are that you will have a better idea of your future, gain valuable experience through hands-on learning, lots of new skills, learn discovery of Canada, the different cultures, hopefully learn a second language. So for those of you who are listening to this in English, you will be learning French, and the Francophones, English. And of course, live the experience of a lifetime. Can't say that enough. Totally lifetime experience for me. So what is this program? Well, please ignore the dates on this PowerPoint, as they do not really mean anything at this current time. But there are 4 different programs available. There's Katimavik Horizon, Cultural Discovery and Civic Engagement, Eco-Citizenship, Active Living, and Second Language and Cultural Identity. All of these have a lot of the same components, but have more specific goals based on the title. So with Katimavik Horizon, you're going to live in 2 different communities in Canada, so 2 different provinces or territories. You and your group get to choose how you want to learn from this program. And based on your abilities and interests, you choose the competencies that motivate you and that you want to learn. And then, of course, this is all done through engaging with the people in the town that you're living in. You're going to be doing different activities that involve practicing your second language, and you're living in a group with environmental initiatives, as well as healthy living and cultural discovery, things like this. With the 3 other programs, they all have those same types of values instilled in them, but of course, cultural discovery and civic engagement, you will be going to one placement that is in northern Canada, and we have a placement as far north as Iqaluit. The eco-citizenship and active living is only going to be in one placement, and with the key principles of eco-citizenship and healthy lifestyle. So lots more outdoor activities and focusing on the discovery of that part of the region. And then the last one is second language and cultural identity. So you're going to one Anglophone community and one Francophone community. So within the 6 months, you'll have 3 months in an English-speaking community and 3 months in a French-speaking community. So while you're in these communities, you're going to be working in a non-for-profit organization, which could be anything from working in childcare to working in healthcare, the arts, local radio stations, animal shelters, lots of different things, so long as they're non-profit organizations. In the corner, you see a picture of one of the girls in my group, Maggie. She's working in a lab, and she was doing a lot of testing. It was really interesting work, and the idea is to get a placement in something that you might not get a chance to try outside of this. Most of us only had a high school education at the time of this program, so we are giving you some experience so that when you come back, you can try out different types of jobs. So here are 4 different communities that we have with Katimavik and some of the different work placement examples. As a lot of students find when they get out of high school or even out of university, they don't have very much experience in an actual work environment. So here we're doing the chicken egg syndrome. You don't have experience, so you can't get a job, but if you don't have a job, how do you get the experience? We're giving you the job with the experience so that when you come back, you can get that job with the experience that you've had. So a few different things available, and it depends on what location you get as to what types of jobs are available. Of course, it also depends on the needs of the community. So, you're going to one to two different regions, one urban and then a rural or a northern community. It's going to be living in groups with 10 other people between the ages of 17 and 21, as well as a project leader. A project leader is an employee of Katimavik who lives in the household along with the group. They're kind of like a liaison between the office and the community and the volunteers in the group in the household. So they make sure the rules are followed and that everyone's safe and that they all have work placements and things go well. They're also going to stay for a short length of time in a host family. So that means that they will live with a family in the community, get a little more experience about the people who live there, about how they go through normal life, just trying out a different family situation than what they're used to. And they're also going to have to learn to manage a home. They budget and cook and do grocery shopping for all 12 people in the household. What happens there, instead of going to work for the week, they stay home with one of the other volunteers from the group, and the two of them will work together to plan out meals, do the finances, and generally take care of a home. So you're not only getting work experience, but you're getting life experience. When we talk about the program, we also say it's yours to create, which means that these competencies that I mentioned earlier, through work and school and, of course, life, is up to the group to develop themselves. They get to be on different types of communities, and they choose how it is they learn about the different competencies that they've chosen. So lots of ideas behind this might be outdoor camping trips, doing different sports activities, having someone in and teach them how to make a meal. Our group actually went and saw a concert because it was all French musicians, and it was really interesting to go and learn more about the culture of Quebec through that for us. We went to galleries, and we did a lot of workshops, resume writing, and learning how to budget at home. So once again, it depends on how your group learns and how they want to learn, and they will do the research to do that and choose the different activities. So hopefully you get a chance to develop wonderful life and work skills, have a great resume. You also get references from your project leaders. So in each new community, there's a new project leader, and each of those project leaders will write a reference along with the work supervisors from the different nonprofit organizations that you have been working for. For example, I worked in a high school in Stephenville, Newfoundland, where I worked along with teachers, administrative staff, and after-school activities. So I was working with a lovely woman who ran a peer counseling section of the school, so I worked with her. So all three placements in just one school in one community, to which I got all sorts of different letters from, and I've been able to continue to use that when I apply to jobs. And of course, a chance to try different jobs and discover your likes and dislikes, and discovering Canada. I cannot stress enough how important it is to learn more about Canada. It is an amazing country. So, Katimavik pays for the transportation, the housing, basic food and necessities, as well as any program-related activities. So when you go to museums, things like that, the group has to budget. They get small budgets that they have to work within in order to complete their learning objectives within those competencies. And that's paid for by Katimavik. They also receive, all the volunteers will receive $2 a day as a living allowance, just a little bit of pocket money for everyday living expenses. Participants will pay a $300 non-refundable participation fee once they have been accepted to Katimavik, and that covers accident insurance and other administrative costs. There's also a deposit of $350 that participants pay and will be reimbursed once the program is complete. Any volunteer quits the program or is asked to leave based on a violation of behavioral standards will not be reimbursed the $350. There's the blog. How to participate? You go online, really simple, click apply now. There's even numbers to call. And that's basically Katimavik in a nutshell for anybody who hasn't done it before or who hasn't heard of it. If you have any questions, you can call the number below or check out the website or ask a local Katimavik participant.